Well, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBackMediaTV.com. Oh boy, it is certainly going to hit the fan in Louisiana. It is going to hit the fan. And I think it's probably a good thing. The governor of the state of Louisiana yesterday or the day before signed a bill that requires. See, this is going to be the grizzle in the meat. Requires that every school, every public school, have on a poster size board in readable font quotes from a certain book. You wonder what that book is? Well, that book is the Bible. And it is the Ten Commandments. There they are. Number one, it should say thou shalt, but I'll read it in English. You shall have no other gods before me. Number two, you shall not make idols. Number three, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Number four, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Number five, honor your father and your mother. Number six, you shall not murder. That's different than thou shalt not kill. You shall not murder. Number seven, you shall not commit adultery. Number eight, you shall not steal. Number nine, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Don't lie. Number 10, you shall not covet, be envious or jealous. Sounds like 10 pretty good things to live by. Even if you don't include the important part, the God part, if you decide just to sort of cherry pick, eat the chicken, throw away the bone kind of thing, what of the others are you upset about? Reminding kids from kindergarten through high school, don't murder, don't steal, don't lie, don't be envious, honor your mom and dad. Even if you can ignore the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. If you could ignore the top four, which you shouldn't, what about honor your mother and father don't you like? What about you shall not murder don't you like? What about you shall not commit adultery? That means don't have sex with somebody you're not married to. How has that complicated people's lives horrifically and caused much damage? With most of the kids in most of those classrooms having parents that are divorced and have had to go through all that mess. I don't know. You shall not steal. Don't steal. Don't take stuff that doesn't belong to you. You shall not bear false witness. Don't lie. And don't be jealous of other people's stuff. You shall not covet. That's 6 really good things. Now, I don't think I personally can't ignore the top 4, and we should do these too. Tell me the ones that you don't like. And that doesn't locate me. That locates you. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. It is the evening of the 19th, and today was Juneteenth, Freedom Day. The problem I have with this picture here is the imagery. The imagery is the fist, and this fist is, of course, what we see on all the socialist communist literature. So this fist of freedom this whole thing has been commandeered by any number of people that are just going to ignore what the real meaning is to use it for their own purposes. Hang on a second. Oops, sorry. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can. There you go. So what I've noticed on X is there are a lot of people out there posting about reparations. Now, we sort of mentioned this before when we talked about this. Slavery in America, before I get all the BS about being Uncle Ruckus and all that kind of crap, I don't care what you say about me. Here's the deal. Slavery in America was terrible. It is, to date, the black mark on the American soul. It is. It is. But we cannot ignore that we were one of the first countries, the United States, one of the first countries in the world that made slavery, owning another human being, illegal. How horrible is it that the rest of the planet, including every African nation, was good with slavery? All the African nations were good with slavery. The United States was one of the first in the world to actually make it illegal. No thank you from the reparations folks about, oh yeah, well, you know, this idea of this bumper sticker nonsense that slavery built America. No, it didn't. America didn't really get built until the Industrial Revolution. And that was the early part of the 1900s. And guess what? Slavery had been made illegal by then. And anything that slavery might have built in the South was destroyed in the war. So this idea that that people had all this free labor and used slaves to build America, that is such a ridiculously false narrative. It's a lie. It violates commandment number 9. It just does. And to put on top of this false narrative that somehow because of this, the United States needs to pay the descendants of slaves is ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole how do you find out who deserves the money, because that in itself is the biggest obvious problem, especially some time later, a couple of 100 years later. How do you dig through records to find out who is actually owed reparations? I'm going to tell you. You hear about reparations, folks. Let me help you. Some of you who don't really get this. You hear about reparations when? Every 4 years. Why? Why do you hear about reparations every 4 years? Why have they attached reparations to Juneteenth? Because it's convenient. It's convenient. Nobody is owed reparations. As horrific as the idea of owning another human being is, and some of the things that went down during this horrific, sinful practice of slavery. At this point, those that are screaming reparations are just are on a money grab, not for you, or dang sure not for me, but for themselves. For themselves. So they have taken Commandment 9, don't lie, and they're trying to break Commandment 8, don't steal. So they're lying and they're stealing. It's a doggone shame. Anyway, got enough to chew on there. Go ahead and write your comments in the comment section. Agree, disagree, but don't be disagreeable. Let me know what you think. And until later on, we'll see you. My name is Willie Lawson. This has been the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of FightbackMedia.com, 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 and FightbackMediaTV.com. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.